Hello and welcome back to a YouTube video. We just want to thank God for each and every one of you. We welcome you back to our segment that we've been discussing about sexual soul ties in these past few weeks. And so we are going to continue. My guest again is Tay, my young sister. Welcome back, Tay.
Thank you.
And so last time she had asked me some questions, and I'll let her continue asking the questions that she has for me so we can get into some answers today.
Okay. So my question is, does it mean that you're tied to a person if you know this is a terrible relationship, but you keep going back to this person, or you tell yourself, oh no, because the sex is good, I think this is the person for me. So is that also a form of having an ungodly soul?
Yes, definitely. First of all, of course, clearly, because you've gone against what the Lord has said, don't defile the marriage bed. He's not your husband. So anytime you're with a person outside the auspices of marriage, you're outside of God's covenant and you're breaking, basically you're in sin. You've committed sin. So sin opens the door to destruction. Sin is the way the enemy comes into our lives and destroys us. So because there's sin in our lives, for instance, in that relationship, it could be somebody that the enemy planted. Why am I saying that? When we talk about, being yoked, unequally yoked to somebody, you're yoked to somebody who's not going in the same place that you're going, or in the place that God wants for you. Or the enemy will bring somebody who you might think you need to be in your life, but this person could be controlling, could be abusive, could be all sorts of things. You think you need them because you feel you have a need in your life. There's a void in your life because you don't have a companion. I hear a lot of women say that, well, I'm lonely. So that loneliness creates a vacuum in their life, and they feel that they need to have somebody. So whoever shows up, just because they bring them flowers or chocolate, and they think, well, this is it, they cling to that person, even if the person is bad, even if throughout the course of that relationship they discover that this is not the person that I'm supposed to be with, but because they have this need, based on that they will and they've hold on to the person. But remember, they've also established a soul tie. They first established a relational soul tie. Then if you've gone and had sex with a person, then you've established a sexual soul tie, which now is more destructive than even the relational soul tie. And it'll cause you to keep going back. Remember, soul ties work in cycles. So it's like you go through one cycle, you finish that cycle, you go around round 2, you go around 3. And so even if you want to move forward, these ties keep pulling you back. And so you find yourself back in the same place, even with a person that is not right for you. He's abusing you. He's treating you badly, but because you have a need. So that need is what actually ties you to this ungodly soul tie and causes that person to keep coming back and bringing you. So when we talk about a yoke is a wooden instrument that is used in the Bible. That it refers to how two animals are bound together, and this yoke actually it's like if you put a goat and you put a cow together, you yoke them together. That's not equal, because a cow is it's a sensitive animal, but it's also respectful. It obeys. It's obedient. Whereas a donkey, a goat is actually stubborn and disobedient. And so if you're a shepherd and you're telling you're telling the cow to go this way, it wants to go this way, but the goat is saying, no, I prefer to go this way. And so the goat will go, will be pulling you in the direction away from where you're supposed to be going. And so that's how soul ties work. Soul ties will not allow you to go in the direction that God has created for your life. It wants to pull you away. And so the enemy usually will plant people in your life. You may think that this person is really a good person for you because he's come in sheep's skin, he's brought you chocolate, he's nice to you, he's telling you all the sweet he's filling that need that you have. And because of that, you don't want to let him go. And you think that, if I lose him, I may not get somebody like him, because there's a soul tie, a deeply rooted soul tie that has been established. And so in those type of situations, that's where you find so much abuse. They are controlling, they will mistreat you, but you still keep going back and you still keep accepting that. The only way to get out of that is to sever that soul tie, otherwise you'll keep going back. And remember, it's a cycle. So it keeps, it's like It's
a
like a roller
never-ending
coaster.
thing.
You know, you are up and down and up and down. That's how soul ties work. Either, and also a yo-yo. I like to use a yo-yo. You know how a yo-yo will
Yeah.
go up and down. That's how soul ties are. They'll yo-yo your life around, you know, and yoke you around, you
When
know.
they want you, it's fine. They're here,
Exactly.
and then they'll throw you away, and then it's come back. Oh no, I need you.
But that's an explanation of that type of a relationship where the guy doesn't, you know, he can abuse you and dump you and go and then come back tomorrow and say, I'm sorry, you take him back. That's a yo-yo. You know, and so
Absolutely.
that's exactly what happens with these soul ties. I mean, we can get deeper into these teachings, but soul ties are detrimental. That's the bottom line. And you do not want to establish ungodly soul ties with somebody who is not going where you are going, because they will limit you. They will limit what God wants to do in your life. And so I'm sure you've noticed some people where things were going great and then they got mixed up with the wrong kind of guy. Now we all know he's the wrong person except that person,
Yes.
because the enemy has blinded their eyes because of that vacuum that they felt. And so you'll find that nothing is working in that person's life. All of a sudden everything just keeps stopping and things are breaking down and just destruction all around them because of these ungodly soul ties. So yes, sexual soul ties are really bad. We just want
We
to
need to
sever
sever
that,
them.
you know, and get rid of that, you know, completely. And, you know, once you sever that soul tie, it's not, you know, you may not necessarily get rid of that person easily. In fact, sometimes you can sever a soul tie today with a relationship that maybe broke up away 4 years ago. But the minute you do that, you might even hear from them. They might text you, you know, things like that happen, because the enemy doesn't want that tie to be severed. So he wants to reestablish it.
It also happens like if you'd say, oh no, I'm finally over this person. Somehow you get a message or a call or something, or your friend tells you, oh no, did you hear about so-and-so? And you're like, but I was doing fine.
Right, yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, because it's the soul tie working. And especially if you haven't severed it, that's why you keep going back to that bad relationship. Even if you know, well, this guy wasn't good for me, but, you know, because now you've heard his name,
It's like it brings up
you
all
just,
these things.
well, you know, he was good in some way. Well, maybe I can get over him, and
You
this,
forget all the bad things.
all the bad things that you're drawn back. It's like a web. You're drawn back into it. Yeah. So, but we'll continue next time. Well, thank you so much again for joining me. God bless you, and want to thank our viewers, and you know, God bless all of you. We look forward to sharing some more with you in our next video. God bless and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.